Okay, today we are going to be looking at our Office 365. So this is a paid subscription. The state of West Virginia purchased an email account and the subscription to Office 365. It gives each student in West Virginia a free email account through Outlook. You get a free 1 terabyte of storage on your OneDrive, that's cloud storage. The Word web app, Excel web app, PowerPoint, OneNote, Teams web app is the one that we'll be using to video conference later. We'll also be using the Whiteboard app during our video conference as well. And up here under Install Office, this is very valuable. It will allow you to install the desktop apps, not the web apps that you get with your online subscription. But it actually allows you to install the 365 apps to your computer or your laptop. And you get to do this 5 different times while you're a student at RCB. So let's say, for example, that you have a laptop at home and your grandmother has a desktop computer that you visit her sometimes, and maybe you go to your dad's on the weekends and he has a laptop. You could log in to your account on those different computers and devices and click the Install Office and then choose Office 365 apps. And you can install those desktop apps to your computer. Well, it'll work on a laptop too. But to your computer 5 different times. So I would take advantage of that. So you'll have these programs on your computer at home, because these web app versions, like when I click on Word here, this is the web app version for Word. This is not the desktop version. So this version of Word, the web app version that comes with your Office 365, yes, you can create a document, you can insert images and hyperlinks, you can insert tables and things like that, but it just doesn't have everything that your Office 365 has. So, or that the desktop app has. So we're going to go back to Office 365 here and get out of the Word document there. And now I'm going to, it'll show your recent documents down here and at the bottom as well. We're going to first look at, well, this instructional video is about the Outlook app. So I'm going to open up the Outlook app, and this is our email app. You will have your own student email, and I'll be giving you that information if I haven't already, and your email and your password that you need to get logged into your Office 365 account. So this is the Outlook app of the Office 365 apps. And this Outlook app is over here on the left-hand side. You can get rid of the menus at the bottom if you want, or bring them back. This is your inbox. Okay, this is the box where all your mail comes in. These are drafts. If you have wanted to reply to someone, or if you had an email that you were composing but you weren't done with it yet, it would still be in drafts. If you started something but you haven't sent it, it'll be in drafts. So right here I received an email from a teacher at Lincoln, and I had started to reply to her, but I was not done. So it's still in the drafts. Sent are, of course, all the emails you've sent. Anything you've deleted will appear here so that you can recover it by selecting it and clicking on Restore, and it'll put it back in your inbox. This is your junk email, and this is email that Outlook has decided from maybe the pattern that you have set by not replying, that these emails are going to junk. And down here are different folders. Like, for example, you can create folders to organize your emails. My husband and I sold his house in Logan County, that he lived in before we got married. We rented it out for several years and we just wanted to sell it. It was just too far away to manage. So I created a folder called House Sale. And these 3 emails were very important to the sale of that house. And I wanted to save them and organize them. So I clicked on New Folder right here. And I created a folder called House Sale. Well, say that you're in a club. Say you're in Future Business Leaders of America or FFA or any club in the school. I'm just going to put FBLA. And then I can now have a folder to store all of my FBLA emails in. So if I have an email, and I'll just use this one, I'll select it. And if I want to move it to my FBLA folder, I choose Move To and then FBLA. Okay, and then that would move that folder or that email to my FBLA folder. And I just did that. So you can organize your emails. Down here are any groups you belong to. I belong to West Virginia Business and Marketing Teachers, Harrison County Business Marketing Educators, RCBCTE. So there's several groups that I belong to, and these are the number of emails with that group. Okay, so if I select an email, I'm going to go back up here, go back to my inbox. I'm going to select an email by clicking on it. These are your options up here of what you can do with that email. I can delete it. I can archive it and send it to a saved location. I can choose to move it to junk or label it as junk or phishing email. If I think it's an email that they're just trying to get my personal information, I can choose phishing here, or I can choose to block that sender. I could also use the sweep over here to make it go to a certain location. Anytime that an email would come in from that sender, I could make it go to a certain location. And of course, I can choose to move it to any of these locations. I can also categorize an email. You can create and color code your emails. And I could choose to snooze it or wait to reply to this to another day. I can also mark it as unread. If I've already read it, I can flag it. I can pin it to the top. I can ignore it. I could print it. Or I can assign a policy to it so that Outlook would automatically treat any emails from the sender a certain way. Okay, deselect that. Now, I want to show you about the settings. So for Outlook, so up here is the chat, and any of your contacts, you can click that and automatically go to set up a chat with them. This is My Day. It's like a calendar, and you can set appointments for yourself through your Office 365. So today is Monday, and at 4 p.m. today, I am going to be meeting a handyman over at a rental that I have. So I'm going to have, the name of this is going to be Meet Bert. That's his name. And it's on the 7th from 4 to 4:30. And I could add a description. Meet Bert to discuss work to be done at rental on Hoffman Avenue. Okay. All right, then I click Save. And there's also To Do, Microsoft To Do. And it basically allows you to add a task. So if these are tasks that I frequently have to do, paint the walls, sweep the floors, say every Friday you print reports. So I can select that and as that I have finished painting, or sorry, that I finished printing the reports. I can show or hide my recently completed tasks. And as you finish your tasks, you check them, and then it will cross it off your list. So that's the Microsoft To Do. I could also add a task if you wanted to. It's an way to help yourself be organized. Okay, this is of course my notifications. I see here that my boss, Heidi, she's the CT director at the county level, that she has liked some of the emails that I've sent. Here is for help, if you want help. And this will tell you what's new about Outlook. Here's the settings button. Of course, you know the gear. I'm going to click on that. And I want to show you some of the settings in Outlook. So I can go into dark mode right here. And some people like the dark mode, some people don't. I'm going to go back out of the dark mode. I can choose to turn off or on my desktop notifications. I can choose to display my newest messages on top of my emails. So that's one of the things there. So if I click on View All Outlook Settings, then it takes me to this window. So we'll look at some of these, not all of them, but some of them that will apply to maybe some things that you might do. Click on General, and you can see that you can set your language, you can set your date format, your time format, and the current time zone that you're living in. You can click on Appearance, and okay, I'm going to discard those changes I made. I can click on Appearance, and there's another place where you can choose dark mode, or you could choose one of these themes. And notifications. You can control your notifications. Notify me when a new message arrives, play a sound, notify me when I receive a reminder, so on and so forth. So you can also do your chat, manage your chat notifications from here as well. Okay, let's go down to Mail. Under Mail Layout, you can choose, do you want your newest messages on top or your newest messages on the bottom? Do you want to see deleted items in your emails, or do you want to hide your deleted items? How do you want your panes to appear? So this is more or less how your emails are going to be laid out. Compose and Reply allows you to create what's called an email signature. And an email signature is what you use at the bottom of your email, and this will automatically generate itself in your email after you create it. It's called an email signature. It automatically is added to your email messages. So I have typed mine in. You can see it here, Be Well, and I colored my text, and I added a couple pictures with this button right here. I am certified in Microsoft Word and in Photoshop. So then I have my school's name, address, and phone number and email. And I do want it to automatically include my signature on new messages that I compose. Okay, next under Attachments. Let's see, I want to discard that as well. So under Attachments, I can choose down here under my storage accounts. This is if I want to add my Google Drive. So if you have a Gmail account, you also have some online storage, and it's called your Google Drive. So you can add this storage account so that you can get attachments from and attach files to emails from your Google Drive as well as your OneDrive. You could also add Dropbox or Ignite or just Box. But I'm going to add my Google Drive account so that when I send emails through my Office 365 Outlook app, that I can also attach files from my Google Drive. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to choose my Dr. Beckett 22 at Gmail. This will allow Microsoft Apps and Services to see, edit, create, and delete all your Google Drive files. So yes, I am going to give them ability to do that. I don't think they will delete all of mine, but I'm going to allow them to have access to that, so that it will make it a lot easier if I want to, bring in an attachment from my Google Drive. Okay, let's go to rules. And on this one, you can create rules that'll tell Outlook how to handle incoming email messages if you want to do that. I'll go down here to junk email. I can block senders and I can add senders, and I can tell Outlook who are safe senders. So I can add people under blocked, and I can add people under safe senders and domains. Down here under forwarding, say for example you're going away somewhere and you won't have access to a certain email account you have, you could enable forwarding and then type in the email address where you would want your emails forwarded to. And the next one, and this will be the last thing I'll show you under here under settings, is automatic replies. So I'm going to discard those changes. Okay, automatic replies. So let's say that you're going to be away from the office for a week or so, or maybe just a few days. You may want to turn on an automatic reply. So say you're going to be gone from September the 7th to September the 10th. And you could set the times. You could block your calendar to not let anyone schedule anything on your calendar. You could automatically decline new invitations. And then you don't have to click any of those though. And then you would say, this would be, you would type here what you would want your automatic reply to be. So, sorry, I am out of town this week. I will be returning on September 11th. If you need any help, please contact Joe Rivers at blah, 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 blah. Okay, so then I would click save. And then that would be my automatic reply. And any email that I received during this time period, Outlook would automatically reply, automatically reply to that sender with this text that I have included. Okay, so I'm going to discard that. I'm not going to save it. All right, so guys, those were basically the settings for, and see, remember when I made the appointment to meet Bert, the handyman? You can see I've got a reminder up here because I'm supposed to meet him at 4 p.m. today. And that is actually something I do have to do. So this is a reminder that you get when you have an appointment set through your calendar, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to create a new message. Click on the new message button. And we see the 2. So I'm going to send a message just to myself, and which you can do. And it's very convenient to be able to send yourself something. If you've got something and you don't have anywhere to save it to, just email it to yourself so that you'll always have it. Just make sure that you put something in the subject line so that you can search your email up here. Okay, so if you can use this search bar up here to search your email. Say that you've got a resume that you created in a class and your teacher told you to email it to yourself so you would always have it. If you did that and you put the word resume in the subject line right here, and if you emailed it to yourself, then later you could just click in the search up here and type resume. And then any emails that have the word resume in the header of them will come up. And so you can search all of your emails right here in this search box. Okay, so let's see, I'm not going to have a resume there. Let's say it's a note. And this is the 2. And notice in your Outlook app, when you press on this, up will come their information of your contacts information, their email, their job title, where they work, okay? So that's just what comes up. I can also add other people to this email, okay, and keep adding if you want. So this CC right here stands for copy. So I could send a copy of this email to Miss Alvis if I wanted to. Now, because Miss Alvis's name is down here on the copy line, that means that this email is not directly for her, but that there's a reason that I may want her to be able to see it or to, have access to the information in it. It would really be to these two people up here, but you could copy it to someone else. And you see my automatic or my email signature automatically came up, and there it is. And I would just start typing. Okay. You do want to use people's proper titles. And you want to use complete sentences. You want to use proper spelling, proper punctuation. You do not want to use any chat. Like instead of typing the word because, you might want to put BC. That is not allowed in email. This is a much more formal way to communicate. So you don't want any chat or slang in your emails. Be professional, okay? Let's see. And you also have all these text editing tools right here that you can use. You can also insert an image right here into your email. You can insert an image inline, meaning inside the email, which I just clicked that. So I'm going to go and find a picture. And I can add that picture into my email. That's a picture of myself. You can also, I'm going to delete it right now. You can also attach an image. There's two places to attach something to an email. It's right here, the attach. See the little picture of the paperclip? Also right here, you can attach something. This allows you to attach a file to the email and send it to the sender. So clicking on the attach, I could go browse. These are some recent documents. It's wanting to know if these are one of the ones that I want to attach. You can go browse this computer. If you click on that, it's going to take you to your file explorer so you can attach the file from your computer. Browse cloud locations. When I click that one, it's going to let me go to my OneDrive and also see now that I have added my Google Drive, I can, as a storage place that I can attach from, click on my Google Drive and it's going to automatically take me to all of the files that are attached to my drbecca22@gmail.com account. So that is how you attach a file. I'll show you what it looks like when you do attach a document. I'll just attach this one. So when you attach a document, you can see that it shows you right here what the name of the document is. And it appears like a small thumbnail of sorts. And let's see. You can also add emojis. You can, if it's a draft, you can save the draft. You can set an importance for it. Even looks like I can take a poll or something there too. I can also insert a hyperlink. So if I want to insert a hyperlink, click on Insert Link. And then what do I want it to display as? Let's just say I want this to display as Kahoot. I'll just say play a Kahoot. And the web address, www.kahoot.com. Now I've got a link here and it displays as play a Kahoot, but you saw that I had to type that in. And then when I send this email, This click, when the receiver moves their mouse over the click, it will turn to a hand, and then will allow them to click on that link and go to that. I could also discard this email right now by clicking on discard. Okay? And up there is discard as well. To send an email, you're either going to click here on send or down here on send. So I'm going to take this person off and this person off, and I'll go ahead and send it to myself so you can see what happens. See, it says sending. I have mine set to wait for 10 seconds so I can undo it. Say that I forgot something. I want to click undo. Oh my goodness, I forgot to attach the file I wanted to attach. That's a really big thing that a lot of people forget sometimes. They'll mean just putting the attachment on there, but they get so caught up in typing the email message, they forget to attach the document. So if that's the case, that's why I have this set up for 10 seconds and then to allow me to undo that if I want to. But I'm going to go ahead and let this send through. And then you'll see that it comes in right here. And you can hear my notification. So, all right. So that is a short lesson on Office 365, the Outlook app.